Hi, I'm Kieran Dalton and welcome to the Kieran Dalton channel on YouTube. Yeah, so I'm a North Queensland supporter. You can see the flag behind me. My favourite player of all time is Paul Bowman. Then after that, there's a bunch of other players like Gavin Cooper, Matt Bowen, Jonathan Thurston, Aaron Payne, Steve Southern, Matt Scott. Then you got other players like Hazemel Mazur, Nathan High-Marsh, Cooper Cronk. They played for other teams, but Preston Campbell, but I still like him. So Paul Bowman will be number one on my favourite list. And Gavin Cooper and Matt Bowen will probably be number two. Matt Bowen was crazy watching him in the early days. I kind of wish he was in the 2015 Grand Final team because he was there. Same with Paul Bowman. They were there for like the bad years, and it's a shame. They were both in the 2005 Grand Final, but we lost that. Matt Bowen would have been good coming off the interchange, maybe. I don't know. In like a Rory Cross-Jason role kind of thing, like just when Aaron Payne gets a bit tired, take him off for the last 10, 20 minutes of the first half, bring Matt Bowen on. Then, yeah. But anyway, that's not the point. So my second favourite player, and he's almost my favourite player of all time, I guess, is Gavin Cooper. He played in the second row. He played a bit of centre, but mainly second row. And he made his debut for the Cowboys. Then the Cowboys let him go like we do with everyone. And he went to the Gold Coast Titans. Titans didn't really use him. Then he left the Titans and went to Panthers. Panthers used him more than the Titans, but not as much as they should have. They only really used him at the end of his contract. Anyway. So he played for Panthers, and it wasn't necessarily the best time for the Panthers. It's not like the Panthers 2020 or 2021 team where it's like all flash and all glory. I think they might have made it the top 8 a couple of years, but anyway, they weren't like a good team. They were an okay team. And after all home games, the Panther players would hang out at the League Club, which is across the road, and have a few drinks and go to the crabby nightclub they had back then, Minx. It's kind of funny because when he went there, they had a sign saying 2 drinks only per person. When you're there talking to your friend, when you see one of the Panther players walk past with a freaking tray full of drinks. I often wonder, like, do they get drinks for free, or do they have to pay for it? I don't know if that'd be against the salary cap, giving drinks away for free, because really they're supporting their brand by going to the club. Anyway, and so all the players would go to the club after the game. And I was there with my friend, and we were talking. Then the players walked in, and one of the players was Gavin Cooper. And of course, like I said, I'm a Cowboys supporter. And as Gavin Cooper walked past, I go back to the Cowboys, Cooper. And he looked at me and he gave me the dirtiest stare ever. Like, fuck you, like, it looked like he wanted to punch me. And as he walked away, I'm like, that was weird. Then I worked out. He thought I was insulting him because there's that insult that whenever like someone who is like a dud signing or something, you always tell them to go back to where they come from. Like say you got a dud signing from the Sharks, you'd be like, hey, Joe Smith, go back to the Sharks. So you suck here. How dare you take up our salary cap, kind of thing. And I'm like, oh crap! I just insulted a player that I liked. And I saw him over through the night, and he was every now and then, maybe this is just me being paranoid, but it looked like every now and then he would like turn to me and like death stare me. And I'm like to my friend, oh, I gotta make this right. It's like I insulted one of my heroes. So I had a few like more alcoholic beverages. This isn't alcoholic. This is just me reenacting. And then I waited for him to leave his group of friends and other players, and he went to the bar. And he was in the bar line. Then I walked up to him and went, hey, how are you? And he goes, are you the guy who yelled at me? And I went, yes, but it's not what you think. I want you to go back to the Cowboys because I'm a fan of yours, and I'm a fan of the Cowboys. And I showed him like pictures of my phone of Cowboys, like North Queensland stuff. Like my wallpaper at the time was the Cowboys symbol. And he's like, oh, okay. Then he kind of worked out what happened in the misunderstanding. And I was talking to him, and he was talking to me. He was real nice. We spoke for maybe 2 minutes or something. I didn't overstay my welcome. But I was telling him I want to go back to the Cowboys. He'd be really good in our second row. And he would have Matt Bowen and Jonathan Thurston to play off. And he goes, yeah, they're 2 good players. And I swear I'm not making this up. couple of weeks later, it came out in the news that Gavin Cooper has signed with the Cowboys. I'm like, I told him to do that. I should be his manager. And he went to the Cowboys. He won a grand final. He played Origin. And he captained one of our Auckland Nines winning team. I don't think he was in the second Auckland Nine winning team, but he was definitely in the first, and he captained it. And it was good. And I was actually there in the 2015 grand final where... and I got up because I thought we were losing. It was one of the greatest grand finals ever, if not the greatest one. And there was only 30 seconds left on the clock, and the Cowboys needed to score one try to level the score. And they were just running backward and forward, not going anywhere. So I got up, getting ready to go. And then something told me, like, just sit down and see what happens. You know, you paid all this money. Let's just watch the whole 80 minutes. Then Michael Morgan does this crazy pass to Kyle Felt. Kyle Felt the scores in the corner. And the scores were leveled. And Thurston had to convert it for the Cowboys to win. And I kind of prayed. I prayed for Thurston to get this conversion. And I prayed, and Jonathan Thurston just misses. And I thought God must have hated me, but it turns out God doesn't hate me. He just hates Ben Hunt more. Because if you've seen the grand final, Ben Hunt drops the ball, and the Cowboys end up winning from that in golden point time. Yeah, thanks for watching. That's all I have to say. Please like the video. Please press the subscribe button. Tell me what awkward encounters you had with any players or coaches or anything. It could be any code, you know. AFL, basketball, soccer. I don't care. It's like even, I don't know, golf, I guess. But yeah, no one really has any golf stories, you know, like, oh yeah, I ran into such and such. But anyway, thanks for watching. Yeah, please like, please comment below, and thanks. Kieran Don out.